have a clean copy of the document. Let's leave that. So I take it that you withdraw your objection. If more, please move in terms.
My Lord, we humbly move in terms of motion paper.
And I think you have to be grateful to Mr. Ajibori.
As a complete. My Lord, I'm very grateful. And I'm
Seriously,
grateful.
other counsel would not indulge you so much. Other than spread.
God, please. My Lord, we are grateful.
So, Mr. Faso, please use that and swear the witness. You have to come this way so he can see you. Mr. Osisioma.
My Lord?
Yes, the registrar is going to swear you, so you are going to repeat after him.
Yes, my Lord.
Yes. Okay, want to stay there? Okay. So just listen, you speak, you read after the registrar.
Yes, my Lord.
You mentioned after me. You mentioned your name.
So you state your name.
Hi, Ejike Osisioma.
You are hereby cautioned. No. I swear in the name of the Almighty God.
Sorry?
I swear in the name of the Almighty God.
I swear in the name of the Almighty God.
That the evidence I shall give.
That the evidence
I shall give.
Assert.
I shall give.
That the evidence that shall be.
Evidence, hold on. The evidence you are to give now, you are in the court.
Okay, I wasn't hearing him very well. The evidence I'm to give in this court
shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Now he's going to caution you pursuant to the evidence start. So you listen to him.
You, Mr. Ejike Osisioma, you are hereby cautioned that if you tell a lie in your testimony in this proceeding or willfully mislead this court, you are liable to be prosecuted, and if found guilty, you will be seriously dealt with according to law. Do you understand this?
Yes, I do understand.
My Lord, the witness sworn on the Holy Bible and cautioned according to section 206 of the Evidence Act.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Chief Mo. I hope you have shared the documents with him. Chief Mo, did you share the documents with him?
I'm not telling you forwarded the document.
Not actually. I'm not going to. This program is for 1 hour. Once the 1 hour elapses, we are terminated. So proceed. Is your witness.
Yes, please tell the court your full name, your operation, and your address.
Please, sir.
Sorry, Did you ask me a question?
I said, tell the court your name.
Chief Moore, pull down your mouth so he can hear you. Pull
Yeah.
down your mouth so you can speak to it. Let it cancel. Give a distance. No, move from close, move from him. So he can pull down his mouth. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay, please tell the court your name, your occupation, and your address.
My name is Ejike Osisioma. I'm a data scientist. My address is 15 Peckham High Street, London, SE5 15EB.
I didn't hear that.
You
What
have
is
to
the
take it
citation?
easy, AGK. My lord is
Okay,
noting what you are saying.
okay. Sorry about that. My name is Ejike Osisioma. I am a data scientist. My address is 5 Peckham High Street.
Hold on. 5.
5 Peckham High Street,
How
London.
do you spell Beckham, please?
Peckam.
Beckham, yes. Full address.
Peckham High Street, 5 Peckham High Street, London.
Yes, please proceed, counsel.
Now,
Then the postcode, okay. I wanted to say the postcode, if you don't mind.
who are you with respect to this case?
I am the
Counsel,
defendant.
put down your mask.
I am the defendant and the counter claimant.
Proceed, please.
Do you recall that you made a statement on oath in respect of this matter?
Yes, I did, my lord.
What date was that?
On which date did you make that statement on oath?
The date was 18th of June, 2019.
Yes.
I'm not humbly applying to tender the statement on
They're
oath.
not going to tender. Ask him. He must have a copy, so he has to.
Okay, my lord, I was thinking my lord will have it. Now, Ejike, what do you want to do with that statement on oath?
I want the court to adopt it as my evidence in chief in this suit.
Yes. We don't tender statements. It's part of the court's records.
Now, in your statement on oath and in your pleadings in this matter, you refer to some documents you will rely on.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Now, can you identify those documents to the court?
The
documents dated August 21st.
Is that your new list? Somebody can bring that. You have it now. Can I have it? That's the new list. This is the motion. The list of documents. The first list of documents. Can you give it to this people? Mr. Ajiboye, can I share your list of documents, please? Temporarily. Please, can you proceed? Let him identify them. I guess he has copies of this.
Yes, my lord.
So
Please,
let
can
him
you identify the documents you want to rely on to the court?
The document dated August 21, 2012 is a newspaper publication of the Daily Trust of the same date. The document dated 14th of June 2016 is a cash receipt from the claimant.
Yes.
The document dated 15th of June 2016 is a transfer of ownership from the claimant of my first status car.
Yes.
The document dated 5th of December 2016 is the letter of appointment as a director of REGIC, a subsidiary of the claimant.
Yes.
The letter dated October 31st, 2017 is a reply from the claimant to my notice of resignation.
Yes.
The document dated 2nd February 2018 is an internal memo of the claimant.
Yes.
The document dated 30th of January 2019 is the impoundment notice of my status car by the Nigerian Customs Service.
Yes.
The document dated 22nd of January 2018 is the letter 22nd of January 2018.
There are 3 dates there. Can we have the 3 dates? Yes, go on.
Okay, the document dated 22nd of January 2018 is a letter from my lawyer, Barrister Chus Alobaleze,
that document is not there.
To the claimant's lawyer.
I thought he was still at number 5, I mean.
Yeah, I was going to come back to the emails. I wanted to deal with the documents, then I'll come back to
start with number 5, please.
Go ahead as it is in that list.
Okay. The emails dated 8th of August 2016 and 10th of August 2016 are email exchange between myself, the defendant, and the claimant on my request for the evidence of payment of custom duty on my status car and the sanction that followed after that.
Yes.
The email dated 4th of February 2019 was the email notification I, the defendant, sent to the claimant, notifying the claimant on the impoundment of my status car with an attachment of the impoundment notice.
Yes.
Number 6 is part of number 5. It was an email to I and my colleagues that we were going to be sanctioned for not using our status car, despite the fact there was no evidence of custom duty.
Yes.
The email dated September 16, 2016 was the email I sent to management, that the claimant, that I was about to take a term loan from the second claimant.
Yes.
The document dated 18 November 2013 is an internal memo of the claimant.
Yes.
Number 9 is the claimant staff handbook. For management staff.
Yes.
Number 10 is the document dated 22nd of January 2018, which was a letter from my lawyer, Chuks Arubalaeza and Company, to the claimant.
Yes.
The document dated 27th March 2018 is a reply from the claimant's lawyer, Ponuku Attorney, to my lawyer.
No, I didn't get that. There's a confusion there.
Hello?
Number 10 is dated 22nd March. Why number 11? There's no number 11 there. I don't know where he's reading it from.
The number 10 should be, I think he mixed up the two letters from the lawyer.
Sorry, sir?
Can you take number 10 again, please?
Number 10.
Yes.
Letter from Chuks Arubalaeza and Company to the first claimant.
Yeah. Yes.
The date,
next one.
Yeah, the right date should be 22nd of January 2018. That's the correct
Not
date.
22nd of March.
No, it's not 22nd of March. It's 22nd of January 2018.
Yes.
Number.
And the next document.
No, number 12, actually, but that should have been number 11.
Yes.
No, number 12 is letter from the client's lawyer, Ponoku attorney, replying to the letter from my lawyer. And the actual date should be 27th of March 2018.
Yes. Thank you.
Number 13.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, Mr. No.
The Lord, there are two documents that were not listed here, that they were made available over the weekend. I will feel that they are important.
If not, please proceed with the documents we have.
As a copy.
There's no trial by ambush. You didn't get to know of this trial today.
As a copy, the Lord is the.
Please, please, please. There's nothing like that. This is an electronic age. This case is 2018, 19 case.
As a copy.
Please.
Now, Mr. Ejike, all these documents you mentioned, are they all original copies?
No, my lord. The ones that are not original are.
Wait, hold on. The court is right.
Yes.
Can you identify the ones that are not original, my lord?
Yes, my lord. The ones that are not original are the document dated August 21st, 20.
Hold on.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, please proceed.
Yeah, so the ones that are not original are the document dated August 21, 2012. Is a photocopy.
Yes.
The one dated October 31st, 2017 is a scanned copy.
Yes.
The one dated February 2nd, 2018 is a scanned copy.
Yes.
The one dated November 18, 2013 is a scanned copy.
Yes.
Claimant Staff Handbook is a copy.
Yes.
The document dated 22nd of January 2018 is a photocopy.
Yes.
The document dated 27th of March 2018 is a photocopy.
Yes.
So please, what happened to the originals of this document? Where are they?
The originals are with the claimant, apart from the one dated 27th of March 2018, which is with my former lawyer, but he has been out of the country.
Yes.
With respect to the document of 21st August 2012, did you make any effort to get certified copy of it?
Yes, my lord.
Hold on. Which document is that? Where is it listed?
My lord, that's the first document.
Number one. Oh,
Can I go ahead, sir?
hold on. What was the question, Chief?
My lord, whether he made any effort to get certified copy of it.
Answer, please.
Yes, my lord, I made effort. The original is with the claimant. I made effort to get a certified copy from the National Libraries in Lagos. But unfortunately, the libraries have been shut down since the NSAS protest.
Yes. Any more?
No. My lord, we applied.
Mr. Ajiboye, I think I will recommend that you reserve your objection to your final written address. What do you think? So I can take your time, you're not in a hurry. Chief Mo,
As come along with it.
so I record for you that you reserve your objection to your final written address.
Yes, madam.
My lord, that was also the procedure adopted during trial.
Yes.
That any objection should be.
Yes. Thank you. The documents duly identified by the witness are received in evidence and marked as follows. Daily Trust of 21st August 2012, D1, Exhibit D1. Royal Exchange Cash Receipt, Exhibit D2. Royal Exchange Transfer of Ownership, Exhibit D3. Royal Exchange Board Appointment Letter, Exhibit D4. Notice of Resignation, Exhibit D5. Internal memo dated 2nd February 2018, Exhibit D6. Detention notice, Exhibit D7. Emails, Exhibit D8. Royal Exchange internal memo dated 18th November 2013, Exhibit D9. Defendant solicitor's letter dated 22nd January 2018, Exhibit D10. Claimant solicitor's response dated 27th March 2018, Exhibit D11. Any more, Chief?
Please, Mr. Ejike, those documents you said are scanned copies and photocopy. Can you tell the court by what means you obtained them?
All scanned copies were forwarded to me by the claimant.
By what means? Is it physically or?
Email, via electronic mail. They were attachment to electronic mail. All the scanned copies. Including the photocopies, other than number 10, other than number 2.
Who's Rich, my lord?
Can I go on, sir?
Hold on.
Okay, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Jiboye.
My lord, I believe that the documents have been admitted in evidence, my lord.
Yes.
I'm lost to the procedure being adopted by legal counsel of trying
You said you
to.
had a question, so I needed to hear the question.
My lord, it was directly question to the witness, and this document had been admitted.
I've been admitted.
He didn't
So we
see
are
any
past that
foundation
stage.
for. Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Just got to put that attention in the court now.
Yes.
Can I go on, sir?
You have any other question?
Yes or no? Please, what is your prayer before the court? What's your prayer to the court?
My prayer to the Honorable Court is to dismiss the claims of the claimant and grant judgment in my favor in accordance with my counterclaims, as stated in my statement on oath.
Yes.
Lord, that will be all for examination in chief. We are grateful.
Mr. Sisioma,
Yes, my
Claimant's
lord.
counsel will ask you questions now. Please listen carefully and answer as briefly as possible, please.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you. Mr. Jiboye, you have the witness.
Good morning, Mr. Sioma.
Good morning, my lord.
Let's proceed.
We've read your evidence and statement before this honorable court, which has been admitted as evidence, but we just have a few questions for collection purpose, and would appreciate if you could just directly respond to the questions being asked. So, Mr. Sioma, I'll start by asking, kindly confirm to this court that in the course of your employment with the claimant, you were not a general manager? Were you a general manager in the course of employment?
I resigned as a deputy manager.
Were you
deputy
a general manager at the time of employment? Were you employed as a general manager?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Sema. You mentioned I resigned as what?
Sorry?
You mentioned that you resigned as what? Sorry.
I resigned as a deputy general manager and
Thank
a
you so
director of
Thank you so much. That's okay. Mr. Sema.
Hold on.
Wait, madam.
And director of what?
Regic, a subsidiary of the claimant.
How do you spell Reggie?
R-E-G-I-C, my lord.
R-E?
G-I-C.
G-I-C.
Yes, ma'am.
The full meaning is Royal Exchange General Insurance Company.
Yes, go on, please.
Most good, my lord. Mr. Sisoma, you would agree with me that the second claimant in this suit is a subsidiary of and the finance arm of the first claimant.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Sisoma. Mr. Sisoma.
Hold on. I need to record.
Let's go, please.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Mr. Sema, you mentioned the evidence for this court that you were entitled to a 2.5 liter engine car, which could either be a Toyota, a Nissan, or an Honda car. Is in your statement for the Supreme Court. Do you have any documentary evidence from the claimant's handbook stating this fact or supporting this claim of yours that you were entitled to a 2.5 liter engine Toyota, Honda, Nissan car? Do you have any evidence document for this in the court to that effect?
As a DGM.
Hold on. Your answer, please.
Sorry, I can answer?
Your answer, yes.
As a DGM, yes, and that is in practice.
Mr. Samai, that's not my question. My question is, you stated this fact in your evidence, your testimony for this cause. Now my question is, do you have any document, evidence this fact, or can you show the court anywhere it is stated in your contract of employment or the handbook policy of the claimant that you, as a deputy general manager, were entitled to a 2.5 liter engine car, which would either be a Toyota, Nissan, or Honda car? Do you have any evidence? What's
your answer?
As a DGM, I'm entitled to a 2.5.
Mr. Sema, you mentioned this already in your statement. I'm asking, do you have any evidence to that effect? Can you show this court where it is stated in your contract of employment or handbook policy of the claimant that you, as a DGM, you were entitled to 2.5 liter engine car? Do you have any? Yes or no?
Cars are not stated in the letters of employment.
What about the handbook policy?
In practice,
Mr. Sema, My
Even the
question is simple and
handbook,
direct. Do you have
even
any
the handbook,
evidence?
even the handbook does not specify the capacity of cars.
Mr. Sema.
What the handbook specifies is that at a certain level, you are entitled to a Honda or a Toyota.
Mr. Sema.
And in practice, yes, my lord.
My lord, Mr. Sema, I would want to make this easy. I would just appreciate if you just respond to my question directly. I asked, do you have any evidence? And you've not made any reference to any documents, so you can take it as you don't have any evidence to that effect before the court.
And I said, as a DGM,
no. You said that already in your statement. I'm asking for an evidence, a document. Do you have any?
The documents is with the claimant, and we are not allowed to take official
Mr.
documents
Ustima,
out.
do you have any document to that effect before this Olympic court? That's a simple question I asked.
The evidence is with the claimant, and my letter requesting.
My lord, based on the response of the witness.
Go on. No, I can't go.
Mr. Sioma, my next question
Yes,
to you.
Yes, my lord.
Were you paid transport allowance in lieu of status car for the period between January 2011 and March 2012? Were you paid transport allowance January 2011 and March 2012?
January 2011 and March 2012, no.
You weren't paid any transport allowance, right? Okay, my next question then.
Hold on. We don't want you to record the evidence.
I apologize, my lord.
What's the problem?
I apologize, my lord. My sister,
You can go ahead. Shoot your case. You get not to record it.
My sister, apologize, my lord.
Yes, go.
Most good, my lord. I apologize again.
Go.
Mr. Osiema.
So what you do to make it easier, when you're asking the question, let me record your question. So the answer is easier. Either yes or no, and it's faster.
Most good, my lord. Most good. Mr. Osiema.
Yes, my lord.
You would agree with me that you were duly informed by the claimant that the cost of purchase of your status car would not exceed 9.5 million naira. Yes or no?
No. And there's no evidence to that.
What's good, sir? Mr. Siama, you said no, and that is no evidence to that. I would like to refer to your own statement.
Sorry?
Before this honorable court.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said?
Madam, I'm trying to make a point. Is that
Paragraph
4 of your statement before the court.
Please, can you repeat that? It seems to be a bit far from there.
Okay, apologies, network, I guess. So I said you mentioned that you're not informed. I'm not asking you to kindly take a look at paragraph 4 of your own statement before this honorable court, the last sentence of paragraph 4. Can you read it out to this honorable court hearing?
Paragraph 4
of your statement.
Paragraph 4 of my statement said that approval for the purchase of.
Let him read or let him read.
Please proceed.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, he said, yeah. We were, however, informed that the cost of the car to be purchased for each of the DGM should not exceed 9.5 million.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. What's the next question?
Most good, my lord. Mr. Chairman,
Yes, my lord.
based on the fact that you were informed that the cost of purchase of the status car would not exceed 9.5 million, you voluntarily contributed a sum of 300,000 naira to purchase your preferred status car. Yes or no?
No. I contributed 300,000 because the claimant was unable to provide me with a car 4 months after I was due for another car. I was due for another car in March.
Mr. Sema, that's my question. My question to you is,
I have not recorded what people are discussing.
Ask up, please.
Abasadi, my contribution of 300,000 was because
Mr. Sema, just wait.
The claimant was
Mr.
unable
Sema,
to provide me a status car 4 months after I was due for another car.
Mr. Sema, I have not asked that question yet.
So what was the answer you gave now? What was his answer?
The answer I gave.
What is the answer? Can you repeat yourself, please?
I said no. My contribution of 300,000 was because of the inability of the claimant to provide me with another status car as stated in the handbook 4 months after I was due for another car as a DGM and as a director of REGIC.
Yes.
Mr. Sema, my question was, did you voluntarily contribute the sum of 300,000 naira for the purpose of the purchase of your preferred status car after being informed of the limit on the sum? Yes or no?
No, it wasn't voluntary.
Yes,
Mr. Sema, you'd agree with me that the sum of 300,000 naira was a voluntary contribution and not a loan.
The sum of 300,000 was to help buy my status car, which has been due for over 4 months.
Mr. Sema, my question is, was it a voluntary contribution or a loan?
It was an investment in buying my status car.
Mr. Sema, was it a voluntary contribution or a loan?
I've answered you, my lord.
Yes, next question.
My next question is the claimant an investment company that you're investing 200,000 in, Mr. Sema?
The investment was to help to purchase my status car, which the claimant was unable to provide to me 4 months after it fell due.
Mr. Sema, my next question, please.
Hold on. Is the claimant an investment company? Mr. Ajiboye, I need to record you. Is the claimant an investment company?
Yes.
Now what happened?
When you invest some and expect dividend.
What's the answer, Mr. Osisioma? Is the claimant an investment company?
Well, I can say yes, because the claimant has an investment arm, which is Royal Exchange Finance and Investment Company. So I can say yes. However, my 300 contribution was to help purchase my status car, which the claimant failed to provide for me 4 months after it fell due.
Mr. Shema.
Yes, my lord.
Question.
The so-called investment,
Yes, my lord.
was it to the claimant or to the so-called investment company mentioned now?
The claimant runs a group structure with 5 holding companies: Regic, Refam, the Microfinance Bank, and the Health Insurance Company.
Can you hold on? The person recording you, of which you're not even responding to my question. Who did you make the payment to? Was it the claimant or the investment company?
The claimant owns 5 subsidiary companies.
Just hold on. I need to record your answer, please.
Okay, my lord. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, so let me take your answer. So the claimant owns what?
The claimant has an investment company called Royal Exchange Finance and Investment Company. So the claimant has a 5 subsidiary under his group.
Yes, Mr. Ajibori.
And
Mr. Shema,
yeah,
my question to you is,
okay.
And the money I paid was to the investment company called Refam, and that is investment company of the group of my of the holding company, the claimant.
How do you spell the Refam?
REFAM, Royal Exchange Finance. REFAM. The meaning is Royal Exchange Finance and Asset Management Company. And that was the company I paid the 300,000 into. And I have the teller evidence to prove that, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Ajibori.
Mr. Shema, in your evidence for this court, did you state that the sum was an investment in your evidence before the court?
Yeah, hold on, let me take your question. Hold on, please.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, what's your answer?
What's the question, my lord?
Did you mention or state in your evidence before this court that the sum of 300,000 which you voluntarily contributed was an investment? And if you did, can you show this on the court where you did in your statement before this court?
I mentioned that it was an addition to purchase my status car, and I was gracious to request back only the 300,000 without interest. The car belongs to the claimant, and all the documents of the vehicle are registered in the name of the claimant. The second claimant, to be precise, which is the refund, I paid 300,000 naira into.
Mr. Sema, you not answer my question.
Yes.
Mr. Sema, I put it to you that after being informed by the claimants that the cost of the purchased car was 9.5 million naira, which only entitled you to a 2.4 liter Honda car, you resisted and opted for another car and volunteered to augment the sum by paying the difference in order to get your preferred Toyota car. Yes or no?
No, my lord.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Ajiboye.
Thank you, my lord. Mr. Sema, please kindly look at paragraph 6 of your statement before it's on in court, and kindly read them out to the hearing of the court. Paragraph 6 of your statement before the court. Can you hear us, sir? Apparently, we've lost Mr. Sema.
Chief Mo, that's your weakness. Well, you have a colleague, you can call him on the phone outside the court. Not you, your colleague. Give your colleague the phone to go and call. You are the principal, you are the senior counsel.
I think it's back online, man.
Okay, yes. So ask your question.
Mr. Sema, can you hear us now, please?
Sorry, sir, my lord.
Can you hear us now?
Can I do what? Can I hear you?
Can you hear us? Yes.
I can hear you.
Yes, Mr. Sema, my question is, kindly take a look at paragraph 6 of your statement before this court and read
Yes.
him out the hearing of the court.
Yeah? I should read it out?
Yes, please do.
Yeah, so I read a memo to the GMD to add some money for the purchase of 2.5 liter engine, and this was approved.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sema.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Sema,
Yes, my lord.
You mentioned in your evidence for this court that you paid the 5% of the status car, which was earlier granted to you.
It's not the same 300,000.
No. This and that one, my lord.
That I paid what?
I paid 5% of the value of the status car, which was earlier availed to you by the company.
What I paid is on the cash receipt. I can't remember the exact amount, but that cash receipt has been pleaded.
Can you identify, can you tell us the date when you paid that sum, Mr. Sema?
The date is on the cash receipt and is dated. I can't remember the date, but the cash that was given, the evidence of payment that was given to me is the cash receipt, and that has been pleaded.
Okay, Mr. Sema.
I think the date is that I received the cash receipt was 14th of June, 2016.
14th of June.
Of June 2016. That's the second document that was pleaded.
Yes.
Mr. Osema.
Yes, my lord.
I put to you that based on the claimant's policy, that status car depreciated in March.
That what?
That status car depreciated in court based on the company's policy in March. However, you will exercise the right to purchase status car in June. But between March and June, the claimant voluntarily allowed you to continue use of the status car. Yes or no?
No, it's not. What
In
the
March
handbook
2016.
says is not.
March of what year? March of what year?
2016, my lord.
Can I answer that? My lord?
Hold on, please.
Thank you, my lord.
You only exercised his right in June, and the claimant did what?
The claimant permitted him to use that status car from March to June. And you responded by saying no, my lord.
Yes, your answer, please.
No, my lord. What the handbook says
Mr. Sema,
is that every 4 years.
Mr. Sema,
Can I?
you said no.
My lord, can I answer?
No, this
Can I
explanation
answer?
is not executive in chief. You give evidence to the executive in chief.
No. Can I
Maybe
answer?
join online because it's being streamed on YouTube. Right?
Okay.
My lord, you've answered.
Mr. Osema, hold on. Mr. Osema,
okay,
hold
my
on.
lord. Okay, my lord.
You know, this is a virtual hearing, and we don't have too much time because of network issue.
Okay,
You
my
do
lord.
us good by answering the questions. The ones you can't answer, say, I don't know. Please, let's not be going around about this.
Most good, my lord.
Okay, yes.
Mr. Sema,
Yes,
my
my
next
lord.
question to you is, you mentioned that no, you didn't make some car between March to June 2016. My question now is, did the claimant retrieve the status car from you?
Please, take the question.
Mr. Sema, you mentioned earlier that you didn't make use of the status car between March 2016 to June 2016. My question now to you is, did the company retrieve, collected the status car from you between that period? Yes or no?
The company stopped maintaining
No,
the
Mr.
status
Sema,
car as
did the
at March.
company retrieve, collected the status car from you between March and June 2016? Yes or no? It's a simple question, Mr. Sema. That's simple.
The car, as at March 2016, the car
Mr. Chairman,
seizes-
yes or no?
Yes.
The company collected the car from me.
The company policy is that after 4 years,
Mr. Chairman,
the car should
my
be.
lord, my lord, the witness is not responding to simple, straight, and direct questions being asked. The question is,
What is your answer, Mr. Osisioma?
The answer to the question is yes, the car was no more being used by me. As at
Mr.
that
Chairman,
point,
If you
yes.
have answered the question, let's move to another
he hasn't, my
question.
lord.
If you have facts here to contradict,
Okay,
you can use that later in your address.
Okay, my lord, most grateful. Mr. Chairman, do you know why so cars?
Do I know
Hold
what?
on, please. Yes, what's the question?
Most grateful, my lord. Mr. Chairman, do you know why so cars?
I think we can do better by you stopping to don't call his name.
My
Just
lord,
ask the question without calling his name,
okay, I'll do that, my lord.
please, so that I can get your questions.
Do you know white so cars?
Why so cars?
White souls car.
How do you spell that?
White, then soul, then cars.
You say, do I know why so cars?
Yes.
Yes.
Go on. Go
Mr.
on.
Chairman, apologies, my lord. You introduced white source car to the claimants, yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Did you ever negotiate, discuss with white source car? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Osema, I put it to you that you were going to prescribe and introduce white source car to the claimant in respect of the purchase of your preferred status car.
No, my lord. The claimant
Sema,
had already bought two cars.
Mr. Sema,
The claimant.
answer my
No,
question. I'm moving on.
I didn't. No. No.
Chief Moore, this is cross-examination, not examiner in chief. I've asked my question and he responded. Doesn't have the logic to explain.
I said no.
Yes. Question.
You mentioned that with respect to the custom duty on the car, that the claimant asked you to further discuss with white source car, yes or no?
Where did he say that? So that we can make progress.
No.
Hold on, please. Hold
No,
on,
I didn't
please.
hear that question. Yes, my lord.
You're referring to a statement he has made. Just take it to the next paragraph to save our time. Look at your paragraph 8. Look at the deposition. The issue of why SOCA appear from paragraph 8 of the deposition.
paragraph 11.
Go ahead, if you are referring him to it, go ahead and refer him to it.
You mentioned that the claimant asked you to discuss with Soskar.
Let counsel. Can you direct him to the paragraph of his proposition?
Yes, my lord. In paragraph 11 of your statement, you mentioned that the company, that is the claimant in this case, directed to discuss with Soskar in respect of the custom duty on the car, which was
Yes, my lord.
Thank you.
Yes, my lord.
Moving on. Hello?
Hold on. What were they to discuss? What are they to discuss?
The issue of the custom duty on the car, my lord.
Yes, your question. Please, going forward, sir. Going forward, if you are referring to something he has said in his deposition, go straight to that paragraph, let him confirm it, so that the question and answer can flow, please. It's not flowing. You are making me write in long hands when the question is there already.
Who's getting it?
Please. I'm waiting.
Mr. Chairman, based on paragraph 18 of your statement for this court,
16?
18, my lord. You mentioned that the claimant man resource asked you to continue using the status car till the 20th day of November 2017, being the effective date of the resignation, yes or no?
Yes.
They ask for your return.
That should be the 20th November 2017. Then another day said yes.
I didn't get it.
But based on paragraph 18 of the statement for this court, I put in that he mentioned that the claimant man resource asked him to continue use of status car only till 20th November 2017, and said yes, being the effective date of his termination of his resignation.
Yes.
Mr. Sima, did you return the vehicle on the 20th day of November 2017?
No.
Yes or no?
I said no.
Okay.
Yes.
Despite several demands by the company and its counsel to return the status car, you never return the status car to the company, yes or no?
No.
Yes. Are we nearing the end?
My lord?
Are we nearing the end now?
Yes, my lord, just 10 more minutes, I'm done.
Yes.
Let's wait, my lord. Despite your resignation in November 2017, you continued use of the status car of the company till January 2019, when you alleged it was impounded by the custom. Yes or no?
No.
See what date?
January 2019, my lord.
Yes.
So you never made use of status car between November 2018 to January 2019, right?
I can't make use of the car here in London. The car was
No. December,
so I wasn't using the car.
between November 2017 and January 2019, you never made use of the car. Yes or no?
I never made what? I never made use of the car.
Yes.
Yes, I never made use of it.
So how was it impounded, Mr. Osioma?
The car was impounded because of no evidence of custom duty.
How was it impounded?
How was it impounded?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the car was impounded where it was where I left the car, where it was parked securely. The car was parked, and the customs came.
Came
the
to where
roving
it was
customs.
parked, right? Wow.
Sorry, the car was impounded where I kept it.
Where you kept it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Despite several demands by the company to return the status car, never did. But the custom officers went to parked it, allegedly, and impounded the car. Quite believable, Mr. Sema. My lord, my procedure.
I'm listening.
Mr. Sema, you were granted a concessionary loan by the second. You were granted a concessionary loan by the second defendant by virtue of your employment with the first defendant. Yes or no?
Say that again. That's
You were
obtained
granted
a loan.
You were granted a concessionary loan
No, my
by
lord.
the second defendant in
No,
view of
no, my lord.
employment with the first claimant. Yes or no?
No, no, my lord.
Okay.
Yes.
You would agree with me that the second claimant who availed the loan is a subsidiary and the financing arm of the first claimant. Yes or no?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
After your resignation from the first claimant, you refused and to date have failed to service the loan. Yes or no?
No, my lord.
I didn't understand your answer. Know that you refused or know that you serviced it?
The loan is being serviced, and the claimant as well told me that they have paid all my entitlement to the second claimant. So the loan is being serviced and paid out, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Ajiboye.
Mr. Sima,
How many questions, ma'am?
just 7 more questions, my lord.
How many?
7, my lord.
Don't be winding. Your 7 is winding. You have spent 2 hours. You ordinarily, I'll give you 20 minutes.
I apologize. It's just based on the
Not based. You know, you're making the questions difficult. They are very straightforward questions.
Okay, my lord.
Yes, go on.
Have you liquidated your outstanding with the second claimant?
The claimant claimed to have done so. The first claimant claimed to have done so. With my November salary and other allowances.
Yes, please.
Mr. Osema, can you look at paragraph 7 of your statement of defense, for example, court?
Defense.
Defense
Paragraph what?
I can locate the corresponding provision in his statement. Or no?
If it is a deposition or an environment, let him just read and confirm yes or no. I don't want to start writing down. Paragraph 7 of the statement of defense.
Yes.
Yes. Direct him to it, let him read it, please.
Can you look at paragraph 7 of your statement of defense?
Okay. That as a result, I paid 300,000.
No, of your defense, sorry, no.
My defense.
Before this court.
Do I have that? That's my statement on oath.
Your statement of defense.
Can you read it out? Maybe I don't have that. If you read it, I'll answer.
The defendant however advised that in any case, the loan was fully backed up with collateral and has been repaid on the renters, leaving only the sum of 2,970,024 naira.
That was at award date, because I don't have the document.
Okay, my lord, you cannot have documents, so can I proceed to the next question?
I don't have, what I have is my statement on oath.
Mr. Osema, the next question is, before you left the employment of the claimant in August 2017 availed you with a brand new work laptop, yes or no?
When was that?
August 2017, my lord.
No.
You were not availed a work laptop by the claimant?
You availed a laptop at Assumption, and I'm the one in charge. I was the one in charge of laptops.
Were you granted a new laptop subsequently, Mr. Osema?
I had only one laptop as a staff of Royal Exchange.
When was it availed to you? Was the new laptop availed to you? Did you apply for a new laptop?
Assumption.
Only at Assumption.
An assumption of forfeiture. You are given a laptop. You are given a laptop on Assumption, and it's changed every 4 years.
Mr.
That
Chairman,
is the
was your laptop
policy.
changed? That's my question. And
I
when
said
was it
no.
changed?
I've answered. I
Okay.
said no. It wasn't changed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Upon exiting the company, did you deliver
Sorry?
the work laptop to the claimant?
Did I do what? Did I do
Did you
what?
deliver the work laptop to the claimant? Did you return the work
Laptops
laptop
are-
to the claimant?
No.
Yes or no? You didn't.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Laptops are not returned for management staff.
Can you show this honorable court where it is contained in the policy that laptops are not returned?
There's a policy called IT Steering Committee policy, but because we are not allowed to go with documents, so and I have
The document
evidence
is not
of
before the honorable court, right?
is a practice and procedure of the
Which is not before
the
this court.
I don't know if it's before the court, but it's a practice and procedure.
Mr.
And at
Chairman,
least, yes, my lord.
Yes.
you mentioned in paragraph 34 of your statement before the honorable court.
Which of the statements? Statement of oath.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Paragraph 34.
Yes, my lord.
Can he just confirm it, please? If that's what you want him to confirm.
Can you confirm that you were appointed as a director to represent the first claimant on the board of Real Exchange Insurance Company? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You were
Yes, I
sent
was
by
a
who?
director.
That he was appointed to represent the first claimant on the board of Real Exchange General Insurance Company. Yes or no?
I was appointed a director, and the letter has been pleaded.
No, that was in your statement that you are appointed to represent the first claimant on the board of Real Exchange General Insurance Company.
Council, council, so that we can be an aid. You are referring to paragraph 34. Are you asking to read it and confirm that what you wrote there is correct?
Yes, my lord.
If what you wrote there is correct, you can now make your deductions.
Okay.
Please. Tell him to read it. And
Can you read it out to the end of the court, Mr. Sima?
I should read paragraph 35.
34.
I was appointed a director to represent first claimant at the board of Regic. Yeah.
Okay. You confirm that the position, right?
I confirm I was a director.
Okay.
And I backed it up the letter appointing me as a
thank
director.
You.
yes.
I put it to you that your directorship terminated upon your resignation from the first claimant.
No, my lord. My director can only be terminated.
No, Mr. Osema, that's okay. I've asked this question, you've answered. My next question is coming, no worries.
Question.
When was the last time you attended a board meeting of Real Exchange General Insurance Company? When was the last time you attended a board meeting?
Just before I resigned.
Just before you resigned.
I can't remember the actual day.
No, that's sufficient. My Lord, just taking my question.
You keep extending the goalpost.
Apologies.
No, you're not apologizing. I'll stop you very soon. 5 minutes, I'll stop you.
Most good, my Lord.
Yes.
Can you show this honorable court where it is stated in the company's handbook that you, as the DGM, was entitled to a 30 kVA generator?
There are certain practices and procedures.
Mr. Sema.
Excuse me, let me answer.
Let him answer your
Let me
question.
answer the question, please. There are certain practices and procedures that are not in the handbook that was made available to us. Example, 30-month salary is not in the handbook, but it's been paid. Provision allowance is not in the handbook, but it's been paid. Everybody got a 30 kVA generator as approved by the board. I was the only one that was given a 20 kVA generator.
Yes, question.
Based on the company's policy, our passage allowance
Which of what?
based on the company's policy, our passage allowances paid to deputy general managers.
Yes, I listed those who have earned
No,
passage
based on the
allowance.
company's policy, our passage allowances paid to deputy general managers.
These
Yes
are
or no?
Yeah, the internal policies
Thank
and
you.
practices.
Thank you.
The internal and practices. Yeah.
And that is their last question.
Now that's the last question. What's good for the indulgence, my Lord?
More. Are you sure? You're not going to reopen your case? Okay. Let's hear the re-examination question first before he can answer. Let's hear the question first before we can ask him to answer. Let's hear the question first. Ask the 3 questions first before we can tell the witness.
I want to ask you to go.
No. Hello. Let us ask the question openly first. We'll look at the question, whether they are re-examination questions, before you can put it to the witness. Yes, so we're not going to record the question first.
About the question.
Yeah.
Did you not play any role?
That's not a re-examination question.
I'm not trying.
They're trying to explain. The issues are correct. Look at your evidence act. What is the essence of re-examination? Ambiguity. What is the ambiguity? Explain the ambiguity. Yes, go ahead.
The ambiguity is he paid 300,000 to refund.
Yes.
So the question is, refund paid to
That's not important. Refund is not the fact whether the role refund played is not material to the facts of this case. He has repeatedly said that refund is the finance arm of the first claimant, and that the transaction was to refund. When the transaction is true, you must have played a role. I wasn't absent from the proceeding. Yes.
What is the organogram and position of the general manager?
Did it arise from his questions?
Yeah.
No, did it arise from the question? But hold on. Did it arise from your statement of oath and from questions that the counsel asked? He never asked any question about the group. I never heard him ask about group.
Asked question of whether he was ever general manager.
He said he resigned as deputy general manager. He didn't use the word group. He said he resigned as deputy general manager. And he was very specific as to what his entitlements were. Yes. So I think that there's no re-examination. Date for adoption of final written address is October, please. This is due to give us October. It was the third week in October. Chief, you know you're the one moving first. You know that you're the one moving first. You're the one filing first. That's what I'm saying. You're the one filing first. So unless you file, they won't be able to file. So can you give them the email addresses of the security? Yeah. Please, would like you to send immediately soft copies of your processes, your statement of facts, witness deposition, your statement of defense and counterclaim, witness deposition. Then when your final written address is ready, you also furnish us with them. Thank you. So this case is adjourned to 18th October 2021 for adoption of final written addresses. Parties shall forward soft copies of their court processes and final written addresses. Thank you. I appreciate you for your cooperation. And thank God that we had a hitch-free session today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
Please call the case that was stood down. Let us hear the camera, the video one to tell us.